Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. A run for Nick Chubb. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at
the good run on first down, followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's up 2nd and 7.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Jackson now. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Jackson
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson will throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. The Ravens send their punter out now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, Jackson, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Chubb on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll let this one go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 32 on the play.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Kareem Hunt.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. The throw over the middle, taken in. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Throwing again, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Malik Harrison. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are back within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Browns drive about to get started. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
3rd and 3.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McCann's kick up and good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you have to have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The handoff.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Second and 5 now. Jackson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Ravens.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
J.K. Dobbins. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
It's another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they can...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38.
1st and goal.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced Incompletions on 1st and 2nd down bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Intended for Austin.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. On the slant, this is Chark. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Real.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
And the Ravens 1st down.
Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And we've got a timeout.
At the 26.
9 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Dobbins. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Tonight's final score, Ravens 41.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
alert!